I just want to keep getting it in my mind.
Can
Um,
I ask you a quick question?
yeah,
What was going on at that time of your life that made you say, like, yeah, I'm locking in on this? Like, was there a pivotal moment? Were you going through something? Like, was it just a shift, a transition in life? What made you say, like, yeah, I'm all in on this?
great. It's my story about going from one prison to another. Okay, so I worked in a prison for almost a decade. That's where I met my wife. That's how God works, right? I didn't want her working at the prison, so she always had this idea of opening an assisted living facility. We basically, on our off time, bought the house, fixed it up, and renovated it to, serve elderly and disabled folks. And I seen that my wife needed help. I just knew. I was like, she's struggling here. So I left the prison, come to work full time in the business, and within like 6 months, it grabbed a hold of us and didn't let go. 24/7 care, a lot to deal with. They had a lot of problems, and we had 3 kids in diapers at the time. So it was a lot. I hit burnout, and it wasn't me, right? You said, what was that pivotal moment?
Yeah.
It was my wife. I was watching her go down. She was losing her hair. She wasn't sleeping at night, stress. And I started asking myself, God, why would just one thought in her, she would have hives break out on her chest? And how can something manifest so fast? That was my rock bottom. It wasn't drugs, it wasn't alcohol, it wasn't other women, right? It was watching my best friend go down. I didn't have too many options. It was either persevere or give up and try to go back to something like working at the prison, which I despised. It was worst
Yeah.
environment I could put myself in. But that changed my life. That moment, why I got 7 businesses today and I travel around the world and I talk to thousands of people about my story.